What's up? Um, so quick mic check, as I normally do. What's up? Um, so quick mic check. All right, sounds good. Which means close Discord. We don't need that open. Um, so tonight I figured, you know what? The Seahawks got most of their coaching staff figured out. And now it's basically all about free agents, cap space, who we're going to cut, who we can keep, and then going into draft stuff. So tonight, I'm going to take quite a bit of time, go over every free agent, everybody we could, cut to save some cap space. And then I'm going to, after that, I'm going to go over some draft stuff, our biggest needs. I'm also going to talk about, some key free agents we could sign, but with the lack of cap space, there's not much we could do anyway. And then I'll go into, draft needs, some prospects I really like. And then I figure we could go, I have this future opponents list. I figure at the end maybe we could go through and do a brief schedule prediction for the 2024 season, and then maybe do a couple mock drafts just for the hell of it. I also got the Timberwolves Blazers game going on right here because of course I gotta see what my Wolves are doing. All right, so first we're gonna start by looking at cap casualties, who we could cut, who needs to fucking go, Jamal Adams, and who doesn't really matter, basically. So we're not great on cap space as of right now. The main focus right now for the next week, we have actually until the 16th. By the 16th, we'll know if there are a couple guys that are staying on this team. Guys like Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, which I think he stays no matter what. We definitely wouldn't cut him, and if we were to trade him, that just wouldn't make sense. I mean, we could definitely get a first for him, but it wouldn't make any sense at all. Draymond Jones, and one more guy. Geno, DK, Draymond, and someone else. I don't know. I forget right now. I'll remember, I'm sure, in the next half hour. So to start, Geno Smith. I think it's almost a guarantee that he's on this team. But with the new hirings, obviously Mike McDonald, but he's a defensive mind. So I don't know if he would want to come in and immediately start switching up this offense that was already above average. But Ryan Grubb could come in and they could kind of collaborate together and say, look, we're both, first time, Grubb is a first time NFL coach and McDonald's a first time head coach, and they could say, look, we want our own guy. Geno's done great, but we want our own guy, and we can save some money moving off Geno. And if they do that, I understand it. I'll be really upset if that happens, but I'll understand it completely. I don't see any replacements. We can get Kirk Cousins in free agency, but what's the difference between Kirk Cousins and Geno? Really? If you give Geno time in the pocket, he's just as accurate. He has a better deep ball, and he's more mobile. I don't know. I think the one thing that Kirk has on Geno is his decision making, because Kirk is, a long tenured starting veteran. I think his decision making is a lot better. I think he has higher IQ than Geno, but overall, I don't see a reason why we would cut Geno, still be paying $17.5 million in dead cap and then sign Kirk Cousins to a monster deal. It just doesn't make any sense because I don't think we can even offer Kirk the amount that he would be offered by the Vikings or even maybe the 49ers. So I don't think we can match that. So there aren't any free agent quarterbacks out there. And when you look at the draft with the number 16 pick, John Schneider is not going to trade up. He won't do that. Even if it were a situation where a star QB is falling or a star player, like if Brock Bowers falls to like 12 or 13, I would be dying for him to trade up. But I still don't think he would. He values picks, I don't want to say too much, but I do think he overvalues them, and I don't think he would ever trade up unless it was something that his head coach demanded. And even then, I'm not sure. And when you look at, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and probably another quarterback will be gone by 16. And who do you have there? Michael Penix? He's not going to work out. The only way Michael Penix works out on our team is if we stack our offensive line, and we can't do that if our first-round pick goes towards a quarterback. And then Bo Nix has some upside, but overall, I don't think he's worth a first-round pick. I like him better than Michael Penix and J.J. McCarthy, but I honestly think J.J. McCarthy is going to go to the Broncos at 12. I think that's a guarantee. But yeah, overall, there's not a better solution at quarterback this year. If we grab maybe a Spencer Rattler or a Jordan Travis in the third, absolutely have them sit behind Geno, and we're good. I love that idea, but you can't cut Geno. You need him. And we're going to know by Saturday. Because right now, if you cut him, you save, I don't know, what's that, $14 million? But my dog's moaning and groaning. But if they wait until the 16th, he gets that signing bonus, and then you're down, and you save maybe, I don't even know, $4 or $5 million at the most if you cut him. And if you could find a trade candidate, unlikely. What would you get for Geno Smith? A 4th-round pick? Maybe? It's just not worth it to move off of him. I don't see it happening. It doesn't make any sense to me. So Geno overall is staying put. He is a big cap casualty in 2024, but there's nothing we can really do about it. And I know that sounds like it's a bad thing, but I like it. I like Geno. I think he's the best guy for us right now. There's nothing we can really do. All right. Let's check the score. Hell yeah. Rudy missed a free throw? Oh. Okay. All right. Let's look. Ant had 18 points at the end of the first, and I was like, oh, he's going off. And he's at 23 points. So, I guess it doesn't really... That's usually what happens, though. Anytime one of our players has a fucking 20-point game in the first quarter, they fucking are benched for the entire second quarter. It makes no sense. I don't know why Chris Finch does that, but whatever, man. I don't... You know what? I'm talking to this stream. This stream is about football. This is about the Seattle Seahawks, not the Timberwolves. But whatever, man. Whatever. It's okay. We're winning. I don't have to be upset. Oh, he missed. Okay. All right, let's move on from Gino and go to Tyler. Um, Tyler's gonna stay. I think there's a possibility that he gets moved, but what do you save with Lockett? You save $10 million if you move off of him, and I mean, you look around, $10 million, that could be a lot, but overall, with the production you're getting from Lockett compared to maybe a Jamal or a Quandre Diggs or even a Draymond Jones, they could look at this. Um, I I don't think you move off Lockett unless maybe you trade him, which I would hate, because I'm loyal to Tyler. He's been here his entire career. I love him, but Mike and Grubb don't have that loyalty to him. But I would want Tyler to be able to control where he goes. So if we're gonna cut him, just cut him. I don't like the idea of trading him. But if we do cut him, that brings up a very big question, and that's is Jake Bobo gonna be the wide receiver 3? Are we gonna draft someone? Are we gonna sign Mike Evans? I don't think we can afford Mike Evans, not at all. He's looking for a big contract, big money. But, I mean, I don't know Ryan Grubb's game plan. If he looks at Lockett, looks at his last year and sees, look, he wasn't as productive as his past years. He's kind of dropping off. Maybe we move off him, try to get a star wide receiver 3 in here. And there you go. I mean, I could see us moving off Tyler Lockett and maybe trying to sign Tyler Boyd or T. Higgins, one of those one of those Bengals free agents. I could see us doing something like that. I wouldn't love it. I think we give Tyler one more year, But if we do cut Tyler, if this is Tyler's last year, or this past year was Tyler's last year, at least his last game was a toe tap touchdown in the end zone. I mean, how fucking awesome is that? That we get Tyler Lockett to just hit one more of those before he's out of here. But I think if we cut Tyler Lockett, I think I would cry. Definitely. That would be rough. But I could see it happening. We don't save a ton of money, but it's definitely possible. And if it happens, we got to look at, I don't think we draft an early round receiver. I would be fine if Odunze falls to 16. I'm happy taking him. I don't think he falls to 16, but I'm very happy taking Odunze to replace Tyler Lockett. Because I don't know if Jake Bobo should be our wide receiver 3. I mean, I love him, but I love him. He's an excellent blocker, and I'd kind of like him to fit more into that. I mean, he's a great wide receiver, but I'd love for him to fit kind of more into that tight end fullback hybrid. I think he would be really good doing that kind of role. I don't think we move him there, but that's what I think we should do. But overall, if we move off Lockett, it's not the end of the world, but it wouldn't be the best, because then we'd have a whole nother problem that we'd have to find a solution for, and it's not ideal. I mean, even though he is 11% of our cap hit, it's just not ideal. Then we get to Big Boy Prez, and what can I say? Do I have to say anything about Jamal? Because if I say something, let's check the score real quick. 62-60. Man, you look away for 1 minute with these Wolves, man. You look away for 1 minute, and then they pull some shit like this against Portland. You know what I mean? But it's fine. It happens. It happens every game. It's fine. I'm used to it. Ants up to 25 points. That's something. Jesus, man. How does this happen, though? It's exactly what I was saying. It's Finch. It's Finch. He doesn't... I don't know how he made the All-Star as coach of the West. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. All right. Well, I didn't want to get heated about Jamal, so I went over here, and now I'm getting heated about basketball. So, the Suns are catching up? Oh, fuck the Suns, man. Fuck the Kings, too, but I don't know. Jamal, he's already got CTE 100%. I don't know if he could play. And if he does play, he can't play well. Maybe Mike looks at Jamal and thinks, look, he's had a rough few years. I could use him. Because Mike is an off-ball linebacker type of guy. So he could look at Jamal and say, you know what, he hasn't looked good, but I think he's been put in the wrong opportunities, or the wrong position. He hasn't been given an opportunity to succeed. So I could see him kind of try to throw him in that off-ball linebacker rotational piece that, I remember last offseason, that's what we were talking about Jamal maybe doing, because this was before we signed Bobby, and it was like, we have Jordan Brooks, we have Devin Bush now. Who the fuck are we going to have as linebacker? And Jamal was a lot of fans' solution. And I don't know. I don't see that, but I think Mike might be able to see something. He might be able to think he could get something out of Jamal. I hope not. I just want to move on from him. I want it to just be done and over with. I want him off this team. I just want the Jamal Adams trade to be history. Okay, are we losing yet? Damn, we're not losing yet. I'm not sad about that. I'm just surprised. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I want Jamal to be cut. We don't save a ton of money, but at this point, we could just get it over with. Just get it over with. Please. Dead cap is 20 mil. That's fucking wild. That's wild. But, yeah. I want Jamal gone. It would have to be, as you can see here, it would have to be post June 1st designation. I should probably talk about when we should cut these guys too. But it would have to be a post June 1st designation, because then the dead cap drops $10.5 million. So that's when we would save the majority of our money. But you know what? Even if we don't cut him post June 1st, I'm fine with it. Just get rid of him. Just get rid of him. Just get rid of him. Lockett is also a post June 1st designation. You'd save $10 million. And then DK is not getting moved. He's not. He might get moved, but he's not getting cut, that's for sure. Because, you look at him, we can't really restructure him. We already extended, and I don't know. It's just not going to work. His cap hit is $24.5 million, but he's worth it. He's 100% worth it. You look at some guys like Jamal and especially Tyler, and say they're worth not even close to that. But DK is definitely worth that. He's worth that and more, in my opinion. But you don't move off DK. If we were to move off DK, it would be a post June 1st, because that drops down to 11.5, and then you'd save, what's that, $13 million. But overall, it's not a good plan. He's our future, and if we were to move him, it would have to be in a trade where we get some good capital for him, but we'd still have to pay his salary most likely, because no team is going to want to pick that up and give away a bunch of draft capital. I don't think that would work. if we were to trade DK, I think we could get a first rounder, and then maybe grab a guy like Keon Coleman, someone that can kind of take his place. But I don't even want to talk about this. I hate the idea of getting rid of DK. Check the score. Jesus Christ. What happened? Man, this shit happens, man. But usually it happens the opposite way. I thought I was going to come back and it was going to be 72-62 Blazers. How does this shit happen, man? That's wild. Momentum just shifts like that, man. All right. We're still doing good. We've been going for 20 minutes already. That's crazy. All right. All right, we got the top 4 guys. There aren't a ton of guys here that I want to go over. Because, a lot of them are on rookie deals. A lot of them are on deals that, don't really save you a lot of money, like Jaron Reed. I don't think we cut him. Let's go to Quandre. Everybody wants us to cut Quandre. I don't really. I get, he hasn't been great, but you got a guy. Am I Chris Collinsworth? Now here's a guy. Right here. He had a horrible injury and then spent all of last year, not this year, all of last year recovering and kind of playing through that. And then this year, this is kind of his first year healthy. He comes in. Jamal, who was the game plan throughout half the offseason to be the main guy to kind of give him some support there, he's out. And as soon as he comes back, he's out again. So he's kind of the guy. I know they're 2 different positions, but he's kind of the guy that, we had to rely on for a bit. And I think he's just being asked to do too much. If Mike comes in here, we cut Jamal. If we get a good guy like a Javon Bullard or even a Tyke Smith, I think we give Quandre Diggs that extra little leeway, so he has kind of a rotational guy that could sub in for him. I think if Jarek Reed comes back from his injury, a third of the way through the season, I think he could kind of get some reps too because he showed some promise. But I don't love the idea of cutting Quandre Diggs. I know we have Julian Love, and I'm going to get to him. I don't think we should cut him. If it's between Quandre Diggs and Julian Love, cut Quandre all day. You save a lot more money, and Julian Love honestly played a bit better than Quandre. I like Quandre. If we keep Julian Love, cut Quandre. We don't keep both of them, but overall, I'm not with this whole, raising torches and pitchforks. Jamal and Quandre have to go. For me, it's just Jamal. Check the score real quick. What happened? What happened? Huh? What happened there? Okay. All right. It's only a 6-point run. It's not something to go crazy about. Nas in there. Monty Morris. Hey, his second game with the Wolves, he has 1 assist, no points. That's crazy though. That is wild. No way. He's over 2. He's only been in there 6 minutes. Okay, don't worry. I thought he had a block. No, he has a steal. 1 assist, 1 steal, no points. He's only been in there, now 7 minutes. I'm fine with that. All right, they're on an 8-0 run. Makes sense. What the fuck was that? Refresh the page, man. It's 72 to 70. You just showed me that. Thank you. Let's look at this. Man, I like clicking on that and watching the thing like go up and down. I think that's pretty cool. Shooting foul. Okay. Fuck you, Scoop. All right. All right, let's get to Draymond Jones, because this is a guy I definitely think we can move off of or restructure. Because this is the thing. This is the thing. This is another guy we're going to find out about by this Saturday. If we move off of him, we save, a good $6 million, not too much. But if we don't, his whole contract for the year is 100% guaranteed. So, because of the signing bonus. So, what we need to do is cut him. If we're going to cut him within the next few days, we need to cut him or trade him in the next few days. Or maybe come up with a restructure. I don't know how we would do that, or if we could, or if we would want to. Makes sense. But yeah. That's what would need to happen. Let's look at a couple of the other guys here. Will Dissly, I don't know if we move off of him. I think it's possible, but the thing is, Noah Fant and Kobe Parkinson are both free agents. So you cut Will Dissly, who are you left with? Tyler Mabry? No. Nah. Nope. Nope. Oh, Uchenna Nwosu is the fourth guy that if he's going to be cut, it's going to be by this Saturday. But he's not going to get cut because look at this. $26.5 million in dead cap. Nope. Doesn't make sense to do it. Nope, not going to happen. Plus, he's worth it. I mean, he's definitely worth it. If he comes back, him, Boye Mafe, Derek Hall, sucks ass. But if he's used properly, if we do keep Dre Jones and maybe slide him to edge, I really like that. I really like that idea, and I love keeping Uchenna Nwosu. Oh my God, this is insane. This is absurd, isn't it? This is really absurd. Monty Morris with another rebound. Yes. Yes. Come on. We traded away Shake Milton. I'm really happy about that. But we traded away Milton for you. So and more too. I know. But yeah. Let's go. Prove your worth. Ant up to 30. That's nice. That's nice. I like seeing that from Ant. I love seeing a good game from Ant. Duop Reith is in there. Jeremy Grant. Okay, interesting. Cat has 3 personal fouls already? Oh my God. I mean, I can't say I'm exactly surprised. We just fouled. Was that another one on Cat? I know I'm supposed to be talking about football, but I'm getting distracted. Was that another one on Cat? Alright, whatever. Alright. Couple other guys. Brian Monet, we're going to move off of him. We absolutely have to. Here's the dead cap, $500,000. We cut him, we save just over $5 million. You have to cut him. He doesn't do anything. He was injured. Cut him. Nick Ballore, I think we should cut him. I mean, it doesn't save a whole lot of money. Saves a couple million, but he didn't do anything. I mean, he was fine. He was fine. I know he's listed as fullback here, but he'd be more of a linebacker, I think. And I don't know. the deal that he signed was ridiculous. I don't like it. I don't know why Pete did that, but that's Pete. So what are you gonna do? All right, and then we got D. Eskridge has to be cut. We save like 1.5 mil. Again, it's not too much, but you cut him, you save some money. I like that. Trey Brown, no. I don't think there's any other guys here that we could cut. I mean, a lot of these guys are on rookie deals. I mean, look at this. The dead cap for Chris Stoll is $4,000. The dead cap for Jake Bobo is $6,000. That's fucking awesome. Yes, points. Go points. Let's wait and see if they tie it. They're going to tie it right here with a 3. They're going to tie it with a 3. They're going to hit. Oh. Okay. I guess I was wrong. I thought they were going to get Scoot with a long 3. But yeah, there's nobody else here that we could cut that I'm seeing. So we've basically gone over, I mean, my ideal, we cut Jamal Adams post June 1st. I think we cut Quandre Diggs, or maybe try to trade him, but that wouldn't really help our cap situation. I'd like to keep Dre Jones, so I think cut Jamal, cut Quandre, Brian Monet, absolutely, cut Nick Bellore, D. Eskridge, and maybe another guy that I'm missing here. Points. But yeah, overall we could save a good amount of money. And there are a couple guys whose contracts we can restructure, but I'm not going to delve deep into that today. Mostly because I don't know that much. So Naz, fuck you, man. Damn it. It's fine. It's just a missed free throw. But one, because I don't know anything, and two, I don't want to. And nobody wants to hear about restructured contracts, I don't think. Let's go into our free agents this year. So the market value thing is not entirely accurate. Hey, he made the second one. Big surprise. But overall, I really, really want us to re-sign Leo, but I feel like it won't happen. But I'd love to. Sure, let's look at the market value. I don't think it's entirely accurate. I think he'll get a bit more than this. I think he's looking at probably 18, 19, 20 mil a year at maybe a 3-year deal. Because he is older, I don't think he's going to get a 4-year deal. But I think he's closer to the 18, 19 range rather than 16, 17. And I would love to keep him. I have a feeling we don't, because that's the thing. If Pete was the head coach for this offseason and next year, he's getting re-signed. I think 100%. It's guaranteed. But the thing is, Mike comes in here and he goes, sure, Pete gave up a 2nd and a 5th for him, but that's Pete. I have no loyalty to this guy. I have no loyalty to those picks that I spent. And it's a lot of money, and I think I can use that money elsewhere. Then sure. I get it. I wouldn't like it, but I understand it. It's the same with the Geno thing. I understand it, but I really wouldn't like it. Check the score. All right, 84-83, end of the third. Okay. Makes sense. Sounds about right. It's in the fourth. Here's what's going to happen in the fourth. We're either going to fucking step it up and win by 15, or we're going to just get smothered and lose by 15. It won't be a close game. in the fourth. We'll either win by 15 or lose by 15. Because that's just how the games go. I mean, we played a game just last night, so, I get it. It's tough. But overall, I don't think we re-sign Leo. I really hope we do, man. But I feel like we're not going to. Bobby, I think we re-sign. I really hope we do. Because that's the thing. He's clearly shown that he's not in it for the money. He asked for $5 million last year when he was getting more in LA. So he clearly doesn't care about the money. He just wants to play because he likes playing. So Bobby is really cheap. He's better than Jordan Brooks in some aspects, and Jordan Brooks might cost 4 times more. And I think you got to keep him. He's not only is he a good player, but dude, these damn ads fucking everywhere, dude. Not only is he a great player, but he's just a great leader, great locker room guy. I love to have him around, and I think we got to re-sign him. Drew Lock, I don't think we re-sign him because here's the thing. Look, we paid him $4 million plus some bonuses this year, and if we could give him that again to be a backup, absolutely, 100% I'm doing it. But the thing is, Drew played a couple games this year. He won a game. So I think he's going to be looking for more. I think if he's re-signing here as a backup, I think it's going to be $7 or $8 million a year as opposed to the $4 that he originally signed. And also, I think he could maybe be a sleeper free agent quarterback that goes to another team. Maybe looking for a bridge quarterback. Someone like, I don't know, maybe the Patriots. I think the Patriots could, they got a new coach, I think, and he's a defensive mind. I think he could say, look, I want to focus on building up this defense. Let's get a Drew Lock for pretty cheap. We can draft Marvin Harrison Jr. with the 3rd overall pick. Give him a weapon. Give him a great weapon. And, just focus on the defense in the later rounds of the draft and see what we can do. And I think that would be good. I think Drew Lock, he's not Baker Mayfield, but I think he could be similar to what the Bucs did, where, they signed Baker Mayfield and said, look, this is going to be a down year. This is just a 1-year deal. We're just signing him so we have a quarterback. We can say we have a quarterback, and it's nothing. And then he balled out. And I think he's going to get a good deal. But, nice. See, now I don't like watching this. See, now I don't like that. That's when I don't like that. When we're losing. Man, how does that happen? Oh. Okay. I feel like I gotta sit here for the next 20 minutes and just stare at this, I'm not going to. I don't think. But I could. It's frustrating. It is. It's just frustrating. It's better not to even look at it. Let's just distract ourselves with this. And all right. What happened? He blocked the shot. Okay. All right. Let's just get some points. I know. We just gotta wait. Let's get some points. It's always rewarding, I say that, and then it's going to say Ant Edwards missed 27-foot jumper, and then, Duop Reef, 2-point tip shot, something like that. Usually what happens when I sit here and watch, I'm like, oh, okay, let's just see what their, what their shot's going to be. And then it's an Ant miss for 3, and then a Jabari Walker layup, Because that's just what happens. That's just what happens. Oh, it was Mike Conley that missed the 3. Okay, 23-foot 3-point jumper. Okay, it was Mike Conley. Still called it, though. All right, Rudy Gobert missed tip shot. Then rebound by Jabari Walker. He's going to assist Duop Reith for a layup. Did I say rebound by Jabari Walker? No, rebound by Duop Reith, and he's going to assist Jabari Walker. I'm flustered. I'm not speaking right. Because this shit happens every game. Oh, Scoot with a foul. Okay. All right, good. We're good. All right, let's look. Phil Haynes, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. That's the thing. I think he's going to want a little bit more than $4 million, and we could draft a guy in the 3rd or 4th round. I mean, Anthony Bradford was playing better than Phil Haynes, and Anthony Bradford was not that good. So if we keep Bradford and get rid of Haynes, I'm happy with that. I don't want Haynes. I think he can go somewhere else. I'm fine with that. Check the score. Oh, lost the ball. Got it. They just swapped turnovers right there. That's fine. All right. Devin Bush, I think he's a guy we could re-sign. That's the thing. I think if we let Jordan Brooks walk, we could re-sign Bobby and Devin Bush. I think we signed Devin Bush on like a vet min deal, and we got 2 off-ball linebackers that are getting paid really, really cheaply. And cheaply? Is that a word? Cheaply? It can't be. But we got 2 off-ball linebackers that we're paying for very cheap, and I think that's perfect. Noah Fant, I don't think we keep him. I would really like if we keep him, but I don't think we have the cap space. I think he's gonna want a lot of money because he's coming off his rookie deal, and I think he's gonna want a lot. And we're not going to be able to afford him. I think we maybe draft a tight end 3rd or 4th round, and we're good. And maybe we re-sign Colby Parkinson because he's pretty cheap. $1 million a year, 1.5 million a year, and we're good. Shooting foul again, nice. Yeah, Jordan Brooks, I think we let walk. That's the thing. If I had to choose between re-signing Jordan Brooks or Bobby Wagner, it's Bobby Wagner for sure. Bobby Wagner is much cheaper. Let's check out the market value. They say 11.3, but I don't know. I think he could get. What the fuck is that? Is that a damn McDonald's ad? Was that a McDonald's ad? All right. But yeah, I think he gets somewhere closer to 15, 16 mil a year, and I don't like that. I think he's good. I love Jordan Brooks. I think he was completely used wrong in Seattle. Pete Carroll just didn't know how to use him, and I feel bad for him. But he's just not worth the money, I don't think. If he kind of, goes out, tests out free agency, and then are we going to get this damn McDonald's shit again? If he goes, tests out free agency, and he doesn't get the type of deal he's looking for, and he wants to come back here for 10, 11, 12 mil a year, absolutely. Absolutely. And even if we re-sign him on a 15, 16 mil deal, I'm happy about it because I really like Jordan Brooks. I like Jordan Brooks more than a lot of fans. That's the thing. People are so split on Jordan Brooks. There are people that think he's the next Bobby Wagner, which I'm not there. There are people that think he's the next Bobby Wagner. He's great. And then there are people that think he's worse than Devin Bush. And he's the worst linebacker. He's worse than Cody Barton. And it just doesn't make any sense, man. It makes no sense. There we go. It makes no sense. And I don't know. I just don't get it. He's a good linebacker. He's great. If he's utilized right, I think he could be maybe not top 5, but fringe. But I think he's really good. Evan Brown, I think we let him walk. If we can re-sign him for one year, I'm fine with that because he does have some versatility. So I'd be kind of happy re-signing him to a similar 2.5 mil deal, and maybe having him have Olu start at center, and then have Evan Brown be the play backup, and then he can also slide and play guard on either side, and you got a great. He's better than Jake Curhan, when it comes to being like, a backup guy, a backup guard. He's better than Jake Curhan. I like Jake Curhan, but I'd like Evan Brown a bit better. If we could just have him as a backup guy, I think he's really good there. Oh, nice. Oh, it's a turnover. Okay. Huh. Okay. I'm just waiting for the crazy collapse, I mean, it kind of already happened, but I'm waiting for it to happen again, 23-foot shot. Okay. I said, see, I'm going to say something and then we're going to lose. But I said this was going to happen. In the fourth, we either outscore them crazy or they outscore us crazy. It's just what always happens. Okay. So, Darrell Taylor as a restricted free agent, I don't know if I love him being re-signed here. I don't know. I think you can pick up a rookie and get the same level of production. I mean, we have Derek Hall, and he can kind of take over for Darrell Taylor. His run defense can't be nearly as bad. I hope not. But, yeah, there you go. Mario Edwards, I'd be all right with him, with re-signing him. I think you'd get a similar deal, 1 mil, 1.5 mil, something like that, and I think that's great value for him. He played great for us. I don't want to say great, but for the money we were paying him, he played really good. So I'd be very happy with giving him a similar deal and having him stay. It's even kind of under the vet min. I'd be really happy with that. Damian Lewis, let him walk. Because I don't love him. He just kind of, the thing is he has off years. He has some good years, but this was an off year, And maybe we re-sign him and he has a great year, but I don't know. I don't like it. I think we can get a left guard early, and even if not early, there are some guys in the third or fourth, like a Christian Mahogany, that you could grab, and they'd be better than Damian Lewis, just off the rip. So I like the idea of letting him walk, focusing our draft on getting a good left guard and maybe a good backup guard. Maybe if you re-sign Evan Brown, I think the ideal if you re-sign Evan Brown would be, getting a good left guard in the draft that can start for you, and then maybe getting a backup right tackle for Abe Lucas in case he goes down for the season again. Maybe a Roger Rosengarten out of Washington. I really like him. I think he's my ideal backup for Abe Lucas. Colby Parkinson, I think this market value is wrong. He's not getting 6.6 mil. He's just not. He's not getting that much. I think he'll stay lower in the 2, 3, 4 mil range. Oh, nice. And Yeah, I really like the idea of re-signing Colby Parkinson. He's actually my favorite tight end on our roster right now. Noah Fant is better than him, but he's he's my favorite tight end. He's just he's just really underrated, and I like him, and I'd love for us to re-sign him. DJ Dallas, let him walk, let him walk. The thing is, you can re-sign. You can draft a running back in the 7th round, or even get a UDFA that has the same value and production as DJ Dallas. Because we already have 3 running backs on the roster. If we get another late round guy or a UDFA, then there's no need for Dallas, really. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about him because there's just not really any need for him. Michael Jackson, I'd be okay with re-signing him. He's not a restricted free agent. I don't know why it says that. He was a restricted free agent last year. He's not this year. So I don't know why it says that. But we could re-sign him on a similar $1 million a year deal. I think we re-sign him for 1 year, and we're good. You know, we have Spoon, because Michael Jackson played well last year. The reason that people were so down on him was because of his preseason performance. It's preseason, man. It's preseason. He played pretty well last year. In the few games he started at the end of the year because Reek couldn't tackle and he could, he was pretty damn good. So I'd love to re-sign him. We have Spoon and Reek. If Reek can hopefully get back on track, have another good year similar to his rookie year, and then we have Mike Jackson sitting in there, and then Spoon playing in the slot, and then we have Kobe Bryant kind of just fitting in a rotational piece there. I think we have a really good room, and then maybe we get someone in the 4th, 5th round, maybe a corner, or a safety. I'd be great with that. A safety that can kind of move all around. There we go. DeAndre Ayton shooting foul. Okay. See, look at this. Look at that. How fun is this? Wild. Good job, Ant. Damn it, Naz. Fuck you. Nah, he's great. Okay, the last guy here that I think I go over, I don't think there's anybody down here that we need to talk about. Maybe Miles Adams, but I don't think so. Jake Curhan, I like him. I don't think he's not a restricted free. If we had kept him on the roster all year, he would be. But we waived him in November and then signed him to the practice squad. So he's no longer a restricted free agent. He's just a free agent. So if we could re-sign him for a 2-year, $2.5 million deal, hell yeah. 2-year, $3 million deal. It might be closer to 2-year, $4 million, but even that I'd be happy with, because similar to Evan Brown, he is a great backup. Fans don't really like him, which I don't understand. I don't understand it. I think he played well. For the first few games that Lucas was out, Jake Curhan had to go against Aiden Hutchinson for literally the first game, and he played great. I don't know why everybody was so down on him. I really liked him. I liked him in that right guard spot better than Anthony Bradford, and I'd love him as a backup. So I don't really get the hate for him. I'd really like to re-sign him if it could be on a 2-year deal. That would be my ideal, and I'd be really happy with that. So those are the free agents. That's the salary cap. Kind of went over that. Um, let's look at kind of how our roster would be, and where the holes would be if everything I want to happen does happen. So look at this roster here, or let's go everything I think will happen does happen. So Drew Lock gone, meaning we don't have a quarterback. So we're going to have to discuss other options, or we don't have a backup quarterback. So we're going to have to discuss other options, who we could possibly pick up. DJ Dallas gone. We have 3 running backs there, which, fine. I'm fine with it. We could pick up a UDFA. We could get Frank Gore Jr. in the 7th. I'd love to get Frank Gore Jr. in the 7th because he's a good player, and I don't want him to go to the 49ers because he will destroy us. Look at wide receiver. Tyler might go. I don't think he will. So we got 4 good wide receivers. We cut D. Eskridge. Derek Young, I think he's good. And maybe we draft I've been looking a lot at like Josh Cephas, like a good 6th, 7th round guy, to kind of come in and, be kind of around that Derek Young range. But I'm assuming that this might be Tyler Lockett's last year. If last year wasn't his last year, I think this year might be his last year, or is probably his last year with Seattle. So I think if we get another young receiver, try to kind of test them out, get them going a little bit throughout this upcoming season, then maybe we have a good read. We have Bobo, Derek Young, and a 3rd guy that we could say, okay, we can move off Lockett and then choose between some of these guys. I'd like that. I think Noah Fant walks, and re-signing Colby Parkinson. We got Colby Parkinson and Will Dissly. I think that's a great core. I think we'd re-sign Colby to like a 3-year deal. Will Dissly is on a 1 year, or has 1 year left. I'm gonna exit out of that. Will Dissly, Brady Beard Gaming, Brady revealing his gaming channel. But I think Colby on a 3-year deal and Will having 1 year left. We could draft someone maybe like a Brevin Spann-Ford. I really like Dallin Holker in the 5th, even late 4th. I really like Dallin Holker, or Cade Stover. I'm really high on him. If we get him in the 3rd, that would be really, really good. And Nick Bellore, I said we could cut him. I don't think we will, but I'd prefer it. I like the guy, but I don't think he does enough to warrant the money he's getting paid. And like I said, I think Jake Bobo could kind of switch to a rotational. I said tight end fullback role. He could switch to a wide receiver fullback role. I don't think he's a true fullback, but he could line up in that position. He could be a great chip blocker. I think he has what it takes. I think he has a lot of talent, and I think he'd be good there. So I think we cut Nick Bellore. We don't need another fullback. Man, this is good. This is good. Why does it say Jeremy Grant misses with Timberwolves logo? Did he switch teams for a couple seconds there? Damn, go Pistons, man. What are y'all doing? Damn, the Suns really fucking took over this late game. Wow. Yeah, Suns just took over, huh? All right. What did I say? I said someone was gonna be a blowout. I called it. Okay. All right. We're up by 19. 3.5 minutes left. Okay. Watch me look away for a couple minutes. I won't check it. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna be up by like 4 points with a minute left. Historic collapse. All right. Let's go to the O-line. So I said Damian Lewis and Phil Haynes both gone. That's fine. Anthony Bradford starting at right guard with Jake Curhan, hopefully re-signed as a good right tackle, right guard backup. I still, even if we re-sign Jake Curhan, I'd like to grab somebody like a Roger Rosengarten to fill in behind Abe Lucas. I think he's the perfect guy. I just really like Roger Rosengarten. He might be. How do I phrase this? Because he's not my favorite prospect in the draft because he's like a 4th rounder, but he's my favorite value pick. When I look at the picks that we have, him in the 4th round is my favorite value pick out of anybody in this entire draft. He's a sleeper, and he's really, really good, and I really like him. But yeah, we could grab somebody to fill in left guard, whether it's Troy Fatanu, or even Jackson Powers Johnson. I know he's really a center at the NFL level, but he has a lot of snaps at left guard, and he could play there. And if we're looking at center, Oluwatimi is he's all right. I mean, I'm not super high on him, but if we grab someone like a Cedric Van Pran in the 3rd, he's a good center. I think he's better than Olu. I think O-line is going to be the biggest focus of this draft. And then let's go down here. So we got, let's say Leo walks. Let's say Leo walks. I hope he doesn't, but let's say he walks. Then he's actually listed here as defensive end. Oh, that's because they don't differentiate between defensive end and nose tackle because it's listed as a base 3-4. But anywho, is DJ Dallas still? Yeah. So DJ Dallas gone. Zach Charbonnet and Jake Bobo are listed as returners. Oh my God, no. That's wrong. That is wrong. That is wrong. The thing is, if DJ Dallas goes, Kenny McIntosh is the returner for next year. That's just how it is. Luke Garza's in. I mean, yeah, our entire bench is in. That's fine. Let's check the overall stats. Ant with a 41-point game. Hell yeah. Jaden McDaniels played 24 minutes and had 0 points. He was 0 for 7. Oh, wow. That's crazy. All right, Naw with 18 points. Solid game from him. Morris, 0 points, but he had 2 assists, 1 rebound, 1 steal. All right. All right, fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But man, Ant with a 41-point game, that's crazy. I didn't think he would have 41 today. But all right, yeah, watch them come back. Watch them come back, man. I mean, he makes us down 16 with 2 minutes left. That'd be insane. All right, so let's look at this. Say Leo's gone. We could target someone like a Byron Young. I think Byron Young will be available at 16. I like him better than Jerzon Newton. And so if we grab Byron Young at 16, that kind of gets rid of my whole, Troy Fatanu angle. But he's a really good grab. Or say we trade back in the first, get a second, grab maybe a Tavondre Sweat or a Chris Jenkins. I think Chris Jenkins is likely because of the Mike McDonald Michigan connection. I think Chris Jenkins is one of the most likely prospects to end up a Seahawk in this draft. But I think Chris Jenkins could fill in pretty well. I really don't want to get rid of Leo, but this is assuming that he's gone. And then Jordan Brooks, gone. I think a replacement for him, we could go again with that Michigan connection with Mike McDonald. We could go with a Junior Colson maybe. I like Peyton Wilson a lot. I think he's pretty undervalued. Edgerrin Cooper is obviously the linebacker one, the off-ball linebacker one of this class, but he's going in the top 50, and I don't think we can take an off-ball linebacker in the top 50. I just don't think we will. Well, not that we won't. I just don't think we can because of all the other needs we have and because of the value you can get in the third. With, a Peyton Wilson or a Junior Colson or, even a Tommy Eichenberg. But, yeah, assuming Bobby Wagner, Devin Bush are back, and Jordan Brooks walks, I think, looking at free agents we could sign too, there's Patrick Queen. I think Patrick Queen is the only off-ball linebacker that's a free agent that we target. I don't think we go after Willie Gay. I think that's unrealistic. Bobby Okereke, I think if the Giants cut him, which I think is likely because of his cap hit for them, and they have that whole Daniel Jones situation, they're already in the negative. So I think the Giants could look to move off of Bobby Okereke. I really like him, but I just don't think it's very likely. Just because of the money he'll be demanding. So I think maybe we have Patrick Queen, Bobby Wagner, and Devin Bush, and we don't draft a linebacker, and that's fine. Or we have those three, and we do draft a fourth-round guy, like a Tommy Eichenberg, which I would be very happy with. But if not, if we just have Bobby and Devin Bush rolling into the draft, then I think we gotta address it with my two guys are Peyton Wilson and Junior Colson in the third. Those are my two guys. Let's move down to the secondary. Darrell Taylor's gone, but that's fine. We can get a guy like an Xavier Thomas in the 4th or 5th, or even a Jalen Green in the 6th or 7th. I think Jalen Green is a really underrated prospect. He's definitely a sleeper. And I think he's not the Darrell Taylor level, but he's close enough, and he'd be a 6th-round pick, and he'd just come in, and I think he could be a great rotational piece. All right, secondary-wise, this is Quandre and Jamal are gone. So we look at this. I think Jarek Reed will be back. I think he has a lot of potential. Julian Love, I think he's positioned wrong there. Oh, wow, look at this. They actually came back a little bit. I mean, not really, but hell yeah. I mean, good game. I mean, we're gonna be ahead by a game and a half in the conference, and that's really good. Wow, Kings came back. Kings are coming back. This has got to be a good game right here. Wow. All right, well, this is game over. I'm not going to close it out, but yeah, safety. When it comes to safety, I think if we trade back and get, maybe a Cam Kitchens, I think that'd be nice. I don't love him that much, but I think he'd be a nice pickup, and he'd, losing Jamal and Quandre, he'd definitely fill in and he'd definitely have a starting role here. But I do think Mike will be looking for a guy like Kyle Hamilton, and I think he'd target someone like Javon Bullard or Kalen Bullock. Those are kind of those rotational pieces that you could kind of swap around this entire secondary, and they'd really fit in. I think those are the ideal targets. Javon Bullard and Kalen Bullock. Bullard and Bullock, that's crazy. Same position, very similar last names. That's pretty cool. I think those are the guys. Let's actually try to do a mock draft here. Let's do final 121 to 109. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What a good game, man. I said we were gonna come back and win by double digits, or they were gonna win by double digits, but Ant almost doubled their highest point scorer. That's crazy. Let's look at this. Wow. No way. Turnovers were not bad. That's surprising. We're usually really bad when it comes to turnovers. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good. I like how they just have like that one shot. Scoot misses a 71-foot jumper. Alright, we can close out of it. You know what? No, let's keep this open. Let's check this. This is, man, what a game. Let's check some of the stats on this. Wow, 38 points from De'Aaron Fox. 18 rebounds from Sabonis. 18 rebounds and 12 assists from Sabonis. That is wild. What? He's got to be triple-double, right? Oh, yeah, 33 points. That's, man. Sabonis, 33 points, 18 rebounds, and 12 assists. 1 steal, 3 blocks? What? Dude, that's insane. De'Aaron Fox nearly has 10 rebounds too. Wow. What a game for Sabonis, huh? That's crazy. Durant, I mean nobody on the Suns is having a breakout game like that. Durant is their highest scorer with 28, but I mean Eric Gordon off the bench with 23 points. Wow, what a game, huh? Okay. All right. What a fucking game. All right. So let's do a mock draft. Pornhub probably definitely popped up when I typed in P there. That's why I did it real quick. All right. This is my favorite mock draft simulator. I think it's, you know what? Let's do this real quick. Let's go in and just Jesus fuck. What did I click? And just look at some prospects that I really like my ideal prospects for each pick. I think. Oh damn, the Suns. Ooh. Oh, D-Book hit. Oh, okay. Damn. I'm rooting for the Kings. Don't ask me why. I'm just rooting for the Kings. Alright. Looks like the Lakers are going to take that one. They're up by 20. Alright, so here, let's go to my ideal picks. If we stick at 16, these are my ideal guys. I love if Leatu Latu falls to 16, I love him there. The thing is, Leatu Latu is all over the place in big boards. Sometimes he goes as high as top 10, and other times he'll fall to 26, wherever the Buccaneers are. Buccaneers are 26, yeah. Which is crazy. I like him. I think he's a top 15 prospect. I really, really like him. So if he's there at 16, you gotta take him. Same with Brock Bowers. He's not the biggest need there, but if he falls to 16, you better fucking take him. You better fucking take him if he's there at 16. There's no reason to pass on him. But let's look at some of the positions that we need. Byron Murphy at 16. Again, I mentioned him. He's for in defensive interiors. He's my number one because I don't love Jazon Newton that much. Troy Fatanu at 16 would be great. Even Jefferson Powers Johnson, I think he goes in the 20 range. But even him at 16 would be really good. I just don't think he's going to be grabbed that early because of the, positional value for center. But again, I think he could slide into to left guard. I don't think he'll do that at the NFL level, but I do think he can. I do think guys like Jared Verse would also be really good at 16. I don't like Chop Robinson that much. Maybe if we trade down to 20, 22, something like that, sure, it's a good value pick. But there aren't any other defensive interiors that I'm okay with at 16 other than Byron Murphy because, again, I don't like Jazon Newton. 123 to 125. Oh, man. This is crazy, man. This is a wild game. Alessio's in the house. Hell yeah. Okay. Oh man. D-Book hits. Oh wow, this is a game. This is a game. This is going to overtime. This has gotta go to overtime. All right. Let's go back to the prospects. Okay. Linebacker, there aren't any linebackers in the first round. Jeremiah Trotter was like, throughout the season, he was projected as like maybe a pick in the 20s, but he's not going there. There are any corners that I love. I've seen Kool-Aid drop to even outside the top 25. If we trade back and he's there, maybe a Cooper DeJean because he does have some versatility. But really, I think Cooper DeJean is a slot guy, and we have Spoon. Spoon could fill in. He moves all around the defense, and we could have Cooper be our, real true slot guy. But I don't know. I don't love taking another corner in the first 2 years in a row. Damn. Yeah, never mind then. He missed it. Oh, they rebounded. Damn. That's gonna be game. There aren't any safeties that I really like here. I was talking about Kalen Bullock. I think he's really, really good. And Javon Bullard too. Cole Bishop is fine. Not fine. He's better than fine, but he's good value in the third round if he is there. Bo Braid, they value him way too high at 65. I think he's maybe an early fourth round pick, an early day 3 pick, but he is versatile, and if he's available in the fourth, you grab him. But having him early third here, mid day 2, is just not accurate, I don't think. He might test out really well at the combine, but I don't think he's I don't really think he fits in there as well as some experts are projecting he does. Good job, De'Aaron. Yeah, that's game. Damn. I thought they were gonna tie it up. I really thought they were gonna tie it up. All right, what are you gonna do? All right. Offense-wise, yeah, I went over. Troy Fatanu there. If we trade back and get Graham Barton, I think that's fine if it's mid-20s. I think that's a good grab. Here are the guys. If Joe Alt and Olu Fashanu fall to 16, which is not going to happen, they're not falling out of the top 10. But if they fall to 16, I'm taking them. I'm taking them 100%. Abe Lucas can be a backup for all I care. Okay, these two guys are just tremendous blue chip talent and they're both going to be all pros at the NFL level. They're unbelievable, and if they fall to 16, I'm taking one of them, and we have our right tackle for the next 4 years plus. I mean, probably 5. I don't know how you would turn down the 5-year option on one of these guys unless there's an injury. But you take one of those two, you have your right tackle for the next half decade. And Abe Lucas, I think he'll be out of the league in the next year or two because of the injury stuff. I think Abe Lucas was, not for the knee injuries, he would have gone in the first round. But, I mean, teams just knew that if you get him, it's a 2-3 year rental, and then his knee is going to get blown out, and he's just done. And I think we're at that point here. That's game out. Fuck that. I don't want to look at that anymore. Fuck the Suns, man. But yeah, one of these guys, holy Lord. Again, Brock Bowers, if he falls, grab him. If he falls to like 12, I'm trading up for him. I don't care. Wide receiver, like I said, if Rome Odunze falls to 16, you can grab him. I won't love it, but that'd be really cool. Keon Coleman, I really like. A lot of people are ranking Keon Coleman below Thomas and Adonai Mitchell. I've even seen some people ranking him below Troy Franklin, which I don't get. I think Keon Coleman is a clear top 5 receiver in this draft. I think he's unbelievable. I really, really like him, and he's a great special teams returner. So, I mean, I think he can do it all. Aside from that deep threat speed, he can do pretty much everything. And I don't get the people that are down on him. I don't understand it. Running back, obviously no. Quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels isn't going to fall out of the top 8. But if he falls to 16, sure, grab him. Any guys past this top 3, I don't want to grab in the first round. I don't think they're first-round picks. Just not for me. I think Michael Penix won't thrive unless he has a really good offensive line and a really good scheme to work with. Bo Nix is fine. I mean, he's really talented. But I just don't think at the NFL level, I just don't think he translates. And he's not, I don't think he's as bad as Michael Penix will be at the NFL level. I think Bo Nix could actually be pretty good, but he's not a first-round pick. In the second, sure, but he's not a first-round pick. And J.J. McCarthy is Brock Purdy 2.0. I won't listen to it. And plus, he's going to go to the Broncos at 12. So, whatever. All right, let's do a actual mock draft right now. All right, let's let that go. And see 8 views. That's wild. Hey, I got a like. Sweet. Okay. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Brock Bowers fell. So here's my process right here. This trade offer is wild. We're never gonna get a deal like that. But if we do, turn it down for Brock Bowers, because Brock Bowers is the real deal. He is really, really, really good. Byron Murphy isn't falling this far, by the way. Wow, is Denver gonna do it again? Trade back 5 spots for a future 4th? Sure, but I ain't giving you that pick. Then you ain't getting it. That's the thing. You want that late round 7th? I value my picks. Maybe not as much as John Schneider, but okay, let's see. Yeah, I won't do that. Yeah, I won't give you that. No, I can't. Nah, I can't. I can't. I won't do it. I won't do it. Okay, so here we grab Brock Bowers. Now I'd like to look. See. Okay, the best guys on the board. Bo Limmer. No. Christian Mahogany would be good value here. They have him at 126, which is crazy. I don't think he's fallen that far. I think he's late day 2. Christian Mahogany is good. Check Spencer Rattler. Here, I think is good value. Depending on who's on the board. Braden Fisk is really good value. He had a great Senior Bowl. Peyton Wilson here is also great value. All the guys I mentioned, Kalen Bullock, Javon Bullard just went off the board. My guy Cade Stover went off, but we already took Brock Bowers, so that doesn't matter. I think we're gonna go with no. I think we're gonna go with Peyton Wilson here. What are the trade offers? Okay, trade back 7 spots and move up very far. There. Let's see who we could take. Look, trade down to there. I think if we trade down, Rattler's going to be gone. He's going to go to the Rams or even maybe the Giants or the Broncos. Rattler's gone if we trade down, so we have to think about that. I think Mahogany will still be there because of how low they have him ranked. Braden Fisk might be gone, so that's a really good. They list him as DT. I think he's more of an edge player. Myself. Okay. So the guys that I really like here are Braden Fisk, Spencer Rattler, and those are really, really the guys that I think will be off the board if I trade back. Spencer Rattler, Braden Fisk, and I don't love them that much to turn down this move up right here. So I'm happy with that. And neither of them went off the board. So there you go. Neither of them went off the board. It was worth it because now we can go down. Now here's the thing: do we get Spencer Rattler or do we get Braden Fisk? Now, looking at it, obviously QB, in terms of positional value, it's a much bigger need. But we look at the DTs. If we look down, Jordan Jefferson, Tyler Davis, even a Justin Bugby is really good value. Even at 193, if we can grab a Gabe Hall, that's good value. And so I think right now we're going to go with Spencer Rattler at 85. And yeah. Okay, they want me to move back 2 picks for 198. Yep. Absolutely. All right. Grabbed a QB, tight end, linebacker. All right. We're picking out at 118 too. We pick in four spots. So. All right. I think this is a no-brainer. I think Christian Mahogany on the board. I think you take him. That's a no-brainer for me. Oh, man. Bo Limmer, Leighton Robinson. Zach Zinter is all right value. My thought process here is we got a left guard to fill in that empty spot. We got Brock Bowers. So we could take a receiver. I'm looking at Ricky Pearsall here. But we got Brock Bowers. So we don't really need a receiver. We got Peyton Wilson, Spencer Rattler. So we have been a bit offense heavy, but I'm not going to let positional need get in the way here. I like to draft purely based on value. And man, this is a tough one. Here I think Anthony Belton could be a good grab. Because our next pick is 193. So we look at all the guys we're looking at here, they're going to be gone. So I think we grab, I'm leaning towards Malik, but we could probably get a Josh Proctor later on. And if not, we still have Quentin Newsome, who I like, and Jacorian Patterson, and Chow Smith-Wade in the 7th, who kind of fit that versatility that I'm looking for. So I really think the grab here, it's got to be. See, I don't love Mason Smith. All right. I'm gonna grab Zach Center. We have a backup guard, and I like that. He's coming back from injury, but yeah, I think that's a good value. And Tyler Davis, who I was thinking about grabbing a 118, is still on the board. That's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer. All right. All right. Let's see who is up here. Juwan Briggs is good value. Gabe Hall, we could double dip at defensive interior and go with a Gabe Hall. I do like that. I think who's on the board for running backs? Carson Steele is not available. He went to Miami. If Carson Steele was there, I would have grabbed him. Jabari Small would be a fine grab in the 7th. Let's check here. Trey Taylor. All right. Josh DeBerry. All right. I think we double dip and grab Gabe Hall. But Trey Taylor is available, and that's a really good value pick, and we haven't taken a secondary. I don't like to draft on positional need, but he's there. It's still good value. I'm going to take Trey Taylor. And here, Juwan Briggs falling that far is very nice. We still have the chance to double dip, and I do like Darius Masau, but my favorite picks with this 7th rounder are either a running back. We can go all the way down here and get Frank Gore Jr. They have him rated way too low. We could get a Nate McCollum, but I think he could be a great UDFA target. We could also get Jack Westover from the out of Washington. He's not even listed on here. But Westover is really good, and I think he could be he's a prime UDFA target to try to keep him in Washington. Let's see. Jacob Monk, I do like him. But my favorite pick here in the 7th is always going to be Jalen Green. I love the guy, and he's great. So overall, we look at this. Brock Bowers. Let's compare this to our depth chart. Okay, so we have Brock Bowers, no Noah Fant, Colby Parkinson on a 3-year deal, Brock Bowers on a 4-year deal with the 5th-year option. Will Dissly has one more year. Holy tight end room, man. Brock Bowers with Colby Parkinson backing him up is that's really good. Fuck you, Kyle Shanahan. Wow, that's unbelievable. Let's look at Peyton Wilson. Peyton Wilson is above Devin Bush for me, but him sliding in there with Bobby Wagner, that would be so good to get a young guy sliding in there with Bobby Wagner. And if we have Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson, wow, that'd be really good, because then let's say Bobby goes next year or the year after, and then you have Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson, both with like 2 years left on their contract. Ooh, that's really good. Wow, I really like that. Wow, I really like that. And then we got Spencer Rattler. So our backup quarterback to Geno Smith. Jesus, I just fucking need my desk. Backup QB to Geno would be Spencer Rattler, and that's really good. I'd like having him learn under Geno. Hopefully get his attitude in check. It is always going to be risky taking a QB like Rattler, who has had discipline issues and a severe attitude problem. It's always a risk taking them with a rookie head coach, because you don't know his culture. You don't know how he's going to be. I mean, he's never had the experience disciplining players like that. And, yeah, I don't know. But in the third, I think it's great value for Rattler. Christian Mahogany, I think, starts immediately at left guard. And that's great. He fills a hole left by Damian Lewis leaving. And then we got Zach Zinter, who's gonna be, I don't think he plays a snap. No matter what team he goes to, I don't think he plays a snap next year. I think I think it's possible he might get some rotational snaps, like mid to late season, but I mean, his knee exploded. His leg fucking exploded. I don't know how he has a leg still. So that's the thing. Zach Zinter is a really good prospect, but his leg exploded. He's not going to be able to come back, and so he's just a guy that will sit on IR. And I'm fine with that, because he's like the Andrew Voorhees last year, where the Ravens traded up back into the 7th to get Andrew Voorhees so that they could have him on a deal, because they didn't want to fight it over him in UDFA, and he was out all year. But when he plays next year, they're going to have a really good guard on their hands. And I think Zach Zinter is very, very similar here. I think we grabbed him at 118. That's very high for Zach Zinter. I think he'll definitely fall. He'll be a 5th, 6th round guy. He's going to be one of those guys that falls. But he also has that Michigan connection too. Of course, he's an offensive player, but I think Mike McDonald's is still going to want to grab players that have that Jim Harbaugh coaching in them, because I think it's similar to the system that he really wants to run. Wrong tab. And then we got Tyler Davis, was really good value there in the 6th. Unbelievable value. He fills in. Leo gone. I think he'd be a good rotation. I think Mario Edwards starts, but he'd be a good rotational piece, similar to a Cam Young. I mean, he's not a nose tackle with his size, but yeah, I think he'd be a really good run stuffer, and a great rotational piece, at least for the first year. You know, Jaron Reed will be gone. We'll see how Cam Young does, and you know, if Leo's gone and if we re-sign Mario on a 1-year deal, then, you know, 2 years from now, he would probably be a starter, and I think he'd be really good. Trey Taylor, I don't love him, but we needed to take someone in the secondary, and I think he's good value. He does have a bit of versatility, not as much as I would have liked, but he could definitely slide in. Similar to Jarek Reed, I think he could just be a rotational piece, kind of slide in there. He'll be mainly a special teamer, but he could slide in there on some, zone kind of cover two schemes, and I think he could be decent. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and talk him up because he's not my favorite safety in the draft, but that's a good value pick, and I like him there. And Jalen Green is just unbelievable edge rusher. Not unbelievable, but in the 7th, for that value, it's unbelievable. He's super underrated. He's a big sleeper. I think he has 5th-round talent, and we're getting him in the 7th, and that is huge. So overall, I think we did pretty good in this draft. I would have liked to maybe take an interior offensive lineman earlier on, but Brock Bowers kind of is a 6th offensive lineman, so you can't go wrong with this draft. I think we did pretty good. Maybe taking a secondary a bit sooner. I've been here for an hour. I am number 1 fan. Hell yeah, you are. You're the number 1 fan. This is, honestly, I'm going to be straight up. Wow, we had 3 viewers at one time. That's gnarly. This is the most views I've ever had on a live stream. I think when I stream, I get 1, maybe 2 views, basically. I kind of only, that's the thing, I stream for myself. Because it's cool to be able to, like, go back through my YouTube channels and, like, watch videos of myself from years ago. That's really cool. And my old gaming channel got deleted. I had years worth of videos on there, like with my friends and shit. Man, that shit was so good. I wish I was able to recover that, but I mean, it's just nice to have shit like this to just like look at, especially fucking throughout the season. Like looking back on my, I do every April I'll do mock drafts, and every May I'll do a schedule prediction, and it's just fun looking back and being able to compare like my takes. Some of them are fucking horrendous. Like I said that in the 2023 season, I said that the Titans were gonna win the division. They were gonna win the AFC South, and they would be the only AFC South team to make the playoffs, and they were actually the worst AFC South team. So, what are you going to do there? But I did predict the Jaguars' late season collapse, so that was good. But yeah, it's cool to have. Went on a little tangent there, but let's do another mock draft. Hopefully, take it a different way. Man, these damn ads, one pops up here and then one pops up on the bottom too. Alright. Okay. Let's look at this. Okay, they're offering me... Okay, we trade down 16 spots. We get 64, which is the last pick in the second round. And then we get a future second, future third. See, I could take that third, or I could take 95 right now. Now, we'll take that. We'll do that. Get some future capital. I like that. I really like that. This a first round pick. That doesn't make any sense. We're not going to do that. Trade back 3 spots for 90. We'll think about that. That's okay. Let's reject these 2 offers because they're unrealistic. Move back a couple spots for pick 90. That's good value. Let's see who would be taken off. I think Cardinals trade up. Who did they take so far? Joe Alt and Quinyon Mitchell. I don't think he actually falls that far in the first round. But let's see. Byron Murphy. I think Cardinals are trading up for Byron Murphy or a quarterback. So I think one of these three guys is gone. I think Panthers, I think Byron Murphy is also a good one. But let's see. If we trade down, so there are three guys ahead of us. The guys I like here, Bo Nix, Byron Murphy, Troy Fatanu, Jackson Powers Johnson. We're guaranteed one of those. If we trade down and we get an extra pick, I'm happy with that. Wow, when we get our choice of all of them. Aside from Bo Nix, TJ Tampa, I did not think would go to the Panthers there. It makes sense, though. I think it's a good fit for them. We got Byron Murphy here, Troy Fatanu. Okay. They want me to trade back again. I don't think... Honestly, sometimes it's easier to trade back if you have a lot of players on the board that you like because it narrows it down. But the thing is, there are 4 teams here and that 3 players that I like. So I don't... I don't think I could do that. I think I take Troy Fatanu, who doesn't fall out of the first round, but he's here. We take him. And Byron Murphy falls. Byron Murphy plummets. This happened in the last draft. It's not going to happen. He's not falling that far. If he does, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. I think it is possible that he doesn't test out well at the combine. I do think that's possible. All right, here at 76, Penix. I mean, people are thinking he might be a day 2 guy, and I see it second round. It's possible he falls out because I think he'll test out well, but because of injury history and just watch his film. It's not that great. I think Penix is a great value pick here. They took Christian Haynes. All right, that's good. Let's look at my picks. So we already got 90. What are they offering me? 145. No. I like Cedric Van Pran here way too much because now we have a starting center and a starting left guard. No, that's crazy. Okay. So let's look here. We got Troy Fatanu, Michael Penis, Cedric Van Pran, starting center, backup QB, left guard, and then we got a good run stuffer on the defensive interior. I'm leaning Cade Stover here. I just love Cade Stover so much, but if we look at the tight ends on the board, Dallin Holker will be available at 118. And I really like Dallin Holker too. So we need to look who else is on the board here. Braden Fisk. Oh, man. Let's see. Linebacker, Junior Colson, and Jade. It's between Junior Colson and Jaden Hicks, I think. It's got to be Junior Colson. Michigan connection. It just makes sense. It makes sense. It's in the cards, man. Ooh. Yeah, but... Oh, he's available there. Oh, man. We can't take 2 guards and a center. We just can't. We can, but we really can't. Oh, man. We can't. We got to grab Dallin Holker. We can't. Yeah. He is... Oh, wow. Yeah, he's... I don't even want to try to pronounce his first name. Or his last name, really. I'm just going to call him Lamau. But, he's really good. He's definitely a guard. And having him as a backup would be so good. I think he'd start over Anthony Bradford too, and that's the thing. I think he'd start over Anthony Bradford, but that is tough because then we have 2 rookie guards and a rookie center starting. That's really tough. But the value here, we're never going to complain about investing too much in our offensive line. You never hear anybody complain about that. It's always, I wish we had taken some more offensive linemen. Nobody ever complains about taking too many offensive linemen. You can't. And having 3 here is just unbelievable. And it's unbelievable. All right, let's look at who's available. Tyke Smith is still available. I think Tyke Smith is the grab. That's an easy grab for us. Damani Richardson's still available too? I can't. Well, let's see who's on the board here. Carson Steele is available. Who do we got for receiver? Cephas. I think we take Carson Steele. Damani Richardson. That's the thing. If Quandre and Jamal are gone, I think we could double dip at safety. And this is great value here. Yeah, we're doing it. Double dipping at safety. That's good value. Now I think we take this, invest it, running back, wide receiver, tight end, something like that. Let's see who's available. Jawan Briggs and Gabe Hall are not falling this far. What? Jalen Green's still there, but here I think, let's just look at value. It's Gabe Hall. It's got to be Gabe Hall. Gabe Hall is the grab. Absolutely. He falls. Oh, it's game over. Oh, wow. This is an unbelievable mock. We have Troy Fautanu sliding in at left guard. He's our left guard for the next half decade, barring an injury. We got Van Pran sliding in at center. Olu is the backup. I don't care. We'd get Lamau sliding in at right guard, and Bradford would be the backup. I feel like if we did have this draft, I think Bradford would still start, but I don't think he should. Over Satuau Lamau. It's like JT Tumalau, but JT Tumalau I can actually pronounce. Satuo Lamau, I don't know. I don't know. Byron Murphy sliding in here in this kind of nose tackle position. Man, that's just really good value there too. With the last pick in the second round. Michael Penis filling in as a backup. That's really good value too in the third. And if we can get him, oh man. If we can get him in the third, that's just great. Because then we're also pairing him up with his buddy Troy Fautanu. And yeah, I think that'd be really good. I think Michael Penis? Michael Penix. I think Michael Penix, with this offensive line, with this great left guard and a great center and solid right guards, and then we have Charles Cross and Abe Lucas, I think Michael Penix, said it right this time, I think Michael Penix could be really good behind this offensive line. So we have him sit for a year behind Geno, and then in the off season next year address right tackle, maybe get a good solid tight end, get another receiver because Lockett is gone, and this offense is great. Like top 5 in the league, great is what I'm talking. Junior Colson, it just makes too much sense with the Michigan connection with Mike McDonald. and him filling in there, I think he's a Devin Bush floor type of player. I think that's the thing about Junior Colson. He doesn't have a super high ceiling, but he has a really high floor. And I think he'll be pretty solid in the NFL. I really like him, especially in the third, and Mike already has some chemistry with him. And he's already worked with Mike Morris, who's on this defense. So I feel really good about getting Junior Colson in here. Tuggy Smith is just exceptional value in the fifth. Getting a good free safety that can move around. He could play in the box. He's just a really good player. Because that's the thing. He could line up free safety. He could play slot, nickel. He could line up in the box. He's just an all-around great player. I really like him. Damani Richardson is a special teamer, similar to Jarek Reed. I think he's a bit better than Jarek Reed. But similar in value. He's a good rotational piece. And then Gabe Hall is just incredible value. He'd be great to kind of... He's actually more of a nose tackle than Byron Murphy is. I think Byron Murphy, because I don't know, I don't think this is very accurate, and I don't think he's going to weigh out like that at the combine or at weigh-ins. And I think Gabe Hall, his play style is best suited with his height. I think he puts on 15 pounds, 20 pounds. I think he's best suited as a nose tackle. He's a good stuffer, a good run stuffer. He just eats blocks and allows other guys to break through and get opportunities to make plays, and I really like him. And then we got a Casey second and third for next year, and we can use one of those to probably address our right tackle position. Man, that is a really good fucking draft. That's a really good fucking draft. We're going to do one more mock draft, and then we can probably discuss next year's schedule, go over it briefly. Is 1 in the morning already? That's wild, man. I gotta respond to Brady because he sniped my Pornhub link. But let's see here. Man, I really hope my younger sisters don't find my YouTube channel. Not for a while, at least. It's an interesting thing to think about. That's fine. I'm totally spacing out. I'm just thinking about Pornhub now. Okay. So let's look here. We got no trade offers, which is unrealistic. Let's do that again so we can get some trade offers. All right. Okay, here. Trade back to 23.59 and get a future fifth. Here, get a second. That's the thing. I don't know if I want to trade back. Yeah, Latu is on the board. I'm grabbing him. It's just too easy. It's just way too easy. And great value. Kalen Bullock is available. I like that. Yeah, we're grabbing Kalen Bullock. I really like him. I really like him. He's a great deep drop back safety. Oh, I really like him. Man, I really like him. But yeah, having him in a great cover one. He's a great zone safety, and he can come up and play in the box too. He's just a great all-around player. 78. I want to go Peyton Wilson here. I'm going to go Peyton Wilson. I don't even care that we haven't taken a single offensive player yet in this draft. This is great value. All right. All right. We got Lamau available. That's an easy grab. Get a guard. Nope, didn't mean to do anything. All right. So let's see here. Tyke Smith available, but we don't really need him. Drake Nugent. Javon Foster is a fine tackle. I think Drake Nugent there. He's got the Michigan connection. He's got Harbaugh in him. Pause. And I think that's good value there. Oh, this is too easy. It's Maurice Lafau. He's really good. I think he's a big sleeper linebacker. The thing is, he's almost never there when we pick at 193. He usually goes in the 170 range. So if he falls there, he's really good. I like him a lot. Where is he? I like him a lot. He's kind of, remember the kid last year who actually went in like the third to the Patriots. He was the safety that could also play linebacker. I'm gonna have to look this up. No. I'm not gonna type it because I'm gonna have to type Patriots and get that P in there. Can't do it. I can't do it. Man, what was his name? Damn it. It was with an M too. If we go mock draft database, let's look. I want to give me a mock. Let me mock. Can I mock? Can I do a mock right now? Create your own mock draft. Okay. Let's go. I need to find this. 2023. Sure. 7th round. We'll pick all the teams. Sure. Enter draft room. I need to find this kid. Man, he was. Where is he? Y'all not have him in here? Hey, there's Jarek Reed at 375. Javon Hicks was rated almost at 400. That's crazy for Javon Hicks to be rated that low. That's wild. Where did my dog go? I've been staring at my screen for hours, so when I look away from my screen, my eyes don't adjust at all. He might actually be listed as linebacker on here. Where is he? Marte Mapu. That's it. Marte Mapu. That's him. But that's who Maurice Lafau is kind of to me. He's just so versatile. He doesn't play linebacker and safety. I don't think he could do that, but he's very versatile, and I just love the way he can play. Okay. So we went very defensive heavy. The only offensive players we took were a guard and a center. Let's see. Isaac Rex is fine. Let's just assume that Jack Westover is a big target in the draft, because he should be. Got Latu. So Gabe Hall would be a great target. I think there are some good UDFA targets like Cornelius Johnson and Ryan O'Keefe. I think those are even where'd he go? Decorian Clark are some good UDFA targets that we could really go after. So I think we have to take Gabe Hall here. It's just great value, and we really beef up that defense. Like Leatu Latu there is unbelievable. He replaces Darryl Taylor, and Uchenna Nwosu will probably come back and fill in there. But he's just as a rotational piece, he'll be great. I don't think he could play inside, but I think him and Draymond Jones can share some snaps. Seeing as how Dre Jones was lining up on the outside for the latter half of last year, I do think he could take away about half of Dre's snaps there. Kalen Bullock, we know him. He's great. Peyton Wilson, I went over him. Lamau went over him. Drake Nugent, Michigan connection. He's a fine center. I don't think he starts over Oluwatimi, but it's good value. It's great to have two young centers that can kind of challenge each other, especially since they're both from Michigan. I think that's really cool. Maurice Lafau, we already talked about him. He's great. He can kind of play all around. And I really like getting two linebackers in this draft. I really like. And then we got a good nose tackle, run stuffer. There we go. Message retracted. I'm going to go back. After the stream and see what you said. All right. Let's go over our future opponents. There's not much we could do here because, everybody's roster is going to look different. But I can just go through a basic summary of what I think is going to happen. And I think it's important to keep our expectations low. We got a rookie head coach. We got an entirely new coaching staff. We have almost no cap space. So, don't be pessimistic about the season, but don't be overly optimistic either. So let's look at this. I think Cardinals, they can only go up from here, right? They won't move on from Kyler because it's just too much money in dead cap to move off of him. It's about $50 million to move off of him. They can't. They just can't. Kyler is their quarterback for this year, and maybe he shocks them and balls out and has a contract year. But I don't want to say we sweep the Cardinals because we might split, but I think we sweep the Cardinals. The Rams are on their way up. They're just like us. They have a couple more pieces that they can get in the draft, and they are legit contenders. I think Matt Stafford has one more year in him, and I think they're going to go all out for a ring to try to get Matt Stafford, two of them. The Rams are going to be tough. I think the division is going to be between the Rams and the Seahawks next year. I'm going to say it's a split. I'm going to say Rams win one, we win one. It's an even split. We're at 3-1 right now. 49ers, I think that's also going to be a split. So you could put us at 4-2. The 49ers are on the decline. I think they might move off of Purdy. They might get Kirk Cousins in free agency. They might draft like a Spencer Rattler. I could see that happening. But the thing is, they're going to have some big decisions to make here. I think they cut Kittle. Juwan Jennings is a free agent. They could re-sign him for fairly cheap, but they're going to have to extend Brandon Ayuk to get his cap hit down, and I don't think they have enough money. They can extend Jennings, or they can re-sign Jennings, but they're going to have to cut Kittle. They're going to have to, I think there's a good chance they cut Charvarius Ward, and I think CMC will can only decline from here. I mean, he's old for a running back, and the way the Panthers used him, I think his body is just wearing down, and I think he'll be done within the next 2 years. I think the 49ers are on a decline. I don't want to say they'll have like a 4-13 year like they did the year after they lost the Super Bowl last time, but I think it'll definitely be lower. I really do think they could have like a 9-8 type of year. And that would be great for the Seahawks. But I'm going to go with a split. We're at 4-2. And now that's it for the division rivals. So Packers is tough. I think we lose the Packers game. It is at home, but this just seems like a game where Jordan Love kind of goes off, you know? I think the Packers are really, really good. I don't get all of the hype behind them. I mean, they're 4th in Super Bowl odds currently for 2024, which is fucking ridiculous. They were a 7 seed. Come on. They were a 7 seed. Knock it off, man. Just knock it off. At one point, they were like 3-5 or 3-6. Knock it off. No. They lost to the Broncos. No. Oh, no. But they are on the rise. I think the Packers will be good. They have a lot of good receivers. I think they address their offensive line. I think if they get a good kind of mid-round running back and then put the rest of their picks into their secondary, I think they could be try to replace Rasul Douglas. I think they could be really, really good. Rasul Douglas? Yeah. Yeah, that's who they traded to the Bills. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't fucking getting that completely wrong. Why is fucking Pat McAfee blocking ESPN? But I think Packers is a loss, so we'll put that at 4-3. I think the Vikings is going to be a primetime game. We always play them, or they always play us tough. We always play them tough. I think that'll be a primetime game. I'm going to have us winning that one. You could put us at 5-3. I think they keep Kirk. They get another good wide receiver. Whew. They're a very dangerous offense. But what about their defense? I don't love it. I haven't loved it. They're several years in a row. I've looked at this defense in the offseason and said, what the hell do you even do there? Danielle Hunter is gone, too. Danielle Hunter's gone. What do you do? They can't afford to keep him. They can try. They can move some players around, but they can't keep him. I don't think. They're going to have to cut major assets to be able to keep Danielle Hunter. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think most people will be able to light up this Vikings offense depending on how their free agency and the draft go. So I'm going to have that as a win. That's 5-3. That's 5-3, right? Yeah, that's 5-3. Hell yeah. Bills is going to be a loss for sure. I mean, Bills have just kind of been in the same place for years, and that place seems to be great / good, not elite. I mean, but I know all I can think about when I look at this matchup is the game a few years ago where they fucking destroyed us 44-34, and that was a horrible game to watch. I hated watching that. I watched that game live. It was awful. Man, I'm reliving it. It was awful. Man, that was it was up until that game where it was like, could Russ win MVP? And then Nope. Because he threw multiple picks, and it was rough. It was a rough game. I don't think we win that. So that's what, 5-4. Dolphins. This one's so tough. Because that's the thing. Mike McDonald's defense completely shut this team down. But they could have a new quarterback next year. So you don't know what they're going to look like. I'm just going to hand us a loss here because I think Tyreek Hill could cook us. But Tyreek Hill versus Spoon is a matchup I can't wait to see. So we're going to go 5-5 here. That's what I'm sticking with. Giants, I think, is a win. I don't think I need to explain that. That's a win. I'm going to give us a win against the Broncos, too. I think they're kind of in a rebuild. Their defense kind of collapsed. I think they'll draft J.J. McCarthy. They're going to realize he's not all that. And Sean Payton will want to kill himself. So that's 7-5 right there. Bears, I'm going to give us the loss against the Bears. Because here's the thing. I think they keep Justin Fields. I think they should. Whether they draft Caleb Williams or not, I don't know. But they should. What they should do, keep Justin Fields, trade back a few picks, get Marvin Harrison, and then with the number 9 pick, you can get, if Turner is still there, I think you grab him, get a really good edge player across from Montez Sweat, or you could get a really good offensive lineman. Because they got Darnell Wright at left tackle, but their right tackle position is not that good. I don't remember who it is, but they need a right tackle. If they get someone like a Fuaga, I think their offense could look really good next year. Or their left tackle, they got Darnell Wright at right tackle. I said left tackle. But Braxton Jones, I really don't think he's that great. I know he was a 3rd-round pick, but I don't think he's that great. I think if you get someone like Fuaga, kind of steal him from the Jets at 10, and then I think Braxton Jones could be a really good backup because Darnell Wright did have some injury concerns. So I think that would be a really good pick for them. And I think the Bears' offense is just going to skyrocket, and I think the Bears could be pretty good. I'm going to give us the loss here, and that's 7-6. Lions, I think we're going to win. It's away, of course, but we always seem to beat the Lions, and McDonald destroyed their offense. I think we're going to win in the trenches, and I think that's going to be a really good game. That's 8-6. Patriots, I think we win. Jets, I think we win. Falcons, I think we win. So that's 11-6 record, which I don't want to set my expectations at that. I want to set my expectations at 8-9 or 9-8. This is just what I'm predicting right now. I mean, in a couple months, we could look at the Patriots with Drake May or Marvin Harrison. Maybe Marvin Harrison or Caleb Williams and maybe a really good interior offensive lineman in Jackson Powers Johnson in the second. And we could say, okay, that offense could be explosive and they might be able to take us down. Or we could look at the Jets and say, look, Aaron Rodgers coming back, if they get a good offensive lineman, maybe another day 2 guy, their defense is already solid. So if their offense kind of wakes up a little bit, that could be a really dangerous offense. And yeah, and the Jets honestly could get Devontae Adams. They're trying. I think it's possible. If they have Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, a beefed up O-line, and Aaron Rodgers, I think that could be game over too. I think the Jets could be really good. And then the Falcons, if they get a quarterback, that's it. You know, I don't know about Jaden Daniels. I don't love him. But if they traded up to 2 or 1, which would be crazy, but if they traded up and got May or Williams, I think they're an automatic Super Bowl contender. The Falcons have one of the most complete rosters in the NFL, and they are literally a quarterback away. So, these 3 teams down here, looking at this, I'm saying, all 3 of these are wins, but they could be 3 losses, and we can end up at 8 and 9. We can't really say. We have no idea. But, all right. I've been streaming for a few hours, 2 hours. Let's see what Brady's talking about. Don't unretract that message. I will. All right. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I've been going for nearly 2.5 hours. Man, that Timberwolves game was fun. So he has us losing the Jets game. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that was one of the teams that I was talking about. We could lose. Because when I look at the Jets, I just look at them and go, oh, it's the Jets. I don't think, they could have Aaron Rodgers. They could have a good offensive line. If they finally get rid of, what's his face on the offensive line, and replace him, they could be pretty good. The fucking giant guy. I mean, Mekhi Becton. Who am I thinking of? Damn, that's embarrassing that I gotta look at this. Fucking Elijah Vera Tucker. There we go. Elijah Vera Tucker. They get rid of him and Mekhi Becton, honestly. I mean, they could, they already have a decent interior offensive lineman with Joe Tippmann. I think he was a good pick for them. But yeah, there's a good chance. But all right, I'm gonna end this. Damn, 1:30 in the morning, man. I think I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I normally don't stream on this channel. I usually stream on this channel once every couple months. So the next time I'll probably stream on this channel is maybe if we do a big signing, I'll stream just to talk about it for a bit. Or some more mock drafts, maybe. So I think the likely date for another stream is late March, early April. But my gaming channel, I streamed on there earlier today. So I'll probably stream on there within the next few days too. So if you want to watch my videos, watch my gaming channel. This is not the channel to watch. But alright. I'm gonna end it. I don't know if I'm gonna go to bed. Man, I might play some Roblox. I don't know. But alright. I'm ending the stream. Good night.